Hello everyone, Happy New Year everybody. I trust you guys had an amazing festive season with your loved one. I wish you all an amazing and a fruitful 2024. I pray that the hand of God may be with each and every one of you in this year, and I pray most importantly that all your wishes do come through as you continue to delight yourself in the Lord. As per the scripture Psalm 37 verse 4. That now moving on to today's discussion, and which is entitled 10 Steps to Overcoming Communication Challenges in a Relationship or Marriage. Alright, so if you are currently going through a challenge in a relationship and you wonder why you and your partner are not able to communicate effectively, then perhaps this video may be just what you need. Welcome to our very first episode of Relationships and Dating Tips for 2024. For those of you who are new in this channel, my name is Lindy Nala. I am an author and a relationship coach, as well as a founder of this channel, Relationships and Dating Tips. Having an intimate relationship with your spouse, I've discovered, is essential. It's highly fundamental to building a successful marriage, right? It can actually help you and your spouse to bond. It can help you guys to strengthen your union. So in the next few minutes, I'll just take you through 10 steps in which you can be able to enhance your communication skills with your significant others and avoid many of the pitfalls that many other people have actually fallen into due to a lack of effective communication. Right, the first one is not being able to express your feelings, okay, to avoid conflict. For example, I've met a lot of people that try and avoid having an effective communication or open communication with their significant others simply because they want to avoid conflict. All right, let me tell you this one truth about life. Conflict are unavoidable, okay? It's something you've got to go through it, all right? Obviously, we all raised in different homes, and we will come into a relationship, into a marriage with our own perspectives or beliefs, about how certain things have to be done. So when the two of you come together, there is bound to be conflict. So conflict is not an issue. It's about how you manage the conflicts that come in that relationship. So that's what I want to talk about today. All right. So it's important that you find a healthy way to express your feelings, voice your concerns about the issue. Don't attack your partner, but focus on the issue that needs to be tackled. All right. That is the best way that you can be able to overcome some of those challenges, because at the end of the day, you need to be your true authentic self, and expressing your innermost feelings, vulnerability to your significant other is one way in which this can be achieved. Second one is avoiding effective communication with our spouse for fear of being judged. I've seen this time and again, or misunderstood. All right, so this is closely linked to the first one. You cannot avoid it. All right, yes, maybe your partner may misunderstand you, but that's fine. That's the whole reason why you've got to have this open communication, so that you can find, clarity around what are these misunderstandings that you guys may be experiencing in your relationship or in your marriage. So you've got to be able to talk about it. Don't be emotional. Just state the facts. Let your partner know how their actions have made you feel, or how they have negatively or adversely affected you, whichever way. But you've got to be able to vocalize your true inner feelings. That's the only way that you will allow your partner to get to understand as to what it is that you're going through. Right. And then the third one is listening to your partner without seeking understanding, about the issue at hand. I've seen that time and again. It resurfaces every now and again in a relationship. When you listen to your partner, you've got to cut out all the noises. You've got to focus on your partner and try and put yourself in their shoes. That is very important. It's highly crucial. Okay, you got to try and understand their perspective, right, on that particular issue that they are raising, or concern that they are raising. Okay, you got to try and empathize, understand where they're coming from, and then state your case thereafter. That is very effective. It also allows you guys to bond and to also be vulnerable with one another. All right, which is very healthy to building and ensuring that your relationship is stable and there's some level of trustworthiness as well. And then the fifth one is pride. I've seen it time and again. Pride can adversely affect communication between two people who love one another dearly, right? This attitude of being bossy or walking around with, a know-it-all attitude, that is definitely not something that will be beneficial in any healthy relationship, right? So in order for you to have a healthy relationship, you've got to cut out that know-it-all attitude. You've got to cut out this need or this desire to want to be bossy. You are equals. When you come into a relationship or a marriage, you guys are equals. You're starting on an equal footing. So you've got to allow yourself to be led. Sometimes you will be led, sometimes you will do the leading. But at the end of the day, it's two equal people coming together to build something beautiful, something lasting. And that is family. Right? There is no room for pride, there is no room for arrogance, there is definitely no room for a know-it-all attitude in a healthy relationship. And then the sixth one is a disengaged partner. There are instances where you will come across a partner who is very disengaged, okay, which means they refuse to be open to contribute openly in any discussion, in any meaningful conversation whatsoever. They will just sit back and allow the other partner to take the lead. Right? There is absolutely no need. Okay? You've got to be able to communicate with your partner at all times. Okay? If there is something that you guys, a project that you are working on, let your opinions be heard. Right? Don't just be passive and sit back and expect the other party to run the show. Anything that comes out of that project will definitely be beneficial to this relationship or this marriage. So you've got to make sure that you each contribute to how this project ought to be executed. That is what is required in order to build a healthy and a sustainable relationship or marriage. The seventh one, a partner who's easily discouraged. As a result, they become non-communicative. I have suffered previously from this, whereby sometimes I will communicate something to my significant other, and after the second or the third time I don't see any results, then I will tend to retreat and not communicate any further to my significant other. Okay, this is very, very harmful. If you are guilty of that, I would definitely advise you to stop that, because it shows a lack of empathy to your significant other. All right, as much as you feel in your own right that you've communicated to your partner, but it's important to get to understand, have a conversation with them, find out what it is that they are not understanding, so that you can be able to help them understand your point or whatever it is that you're trying to communicate. The last thing you want to do, as I said, is to retreat, which I did previously, but I've learned over the years that it is definitely it's not something that is recommendable in building a healthy relationship. It will tear down your relationship. It will discourage your partner even from even reaching out to you, wanting to engage with you, because you've decided to retreat in your own little cocoon. This is something I will definitely highly discourage. Okay, and then the eighth one is due to mistrust. When there is mistrust in a relationship, obviously due to ongoing squabbles, due to dishonesty, due to lying, that can be highly discouraging to the other party. Right. So try by all means to be honest. Okay, be frank with your partner, be open. Right. That's very, very important. It will not only just spice up your marriage, it will also help to draw you guys together. It will strengthen your union when you guys are able to be trustworthy, to be honest. Okay, a partner that lies all the time, that is definitely an unattractive trait to have. Okay, nobody is perfect, but vulnerability goes a long way in ensuring that your union will stand for the long haul. So I will highly recommend that you stop lying and become a person of who can be entrusted, somebody of worth. That are the kind of values that you want to bring into your relationship in order to enable effective communication. And then the ninth one is avoiding conflict by stonewalling. Okay, that is something that is definitely cannot be tolerated in any circumstances. All right, you do not want to shut your partner off by stonewalling. Okay, cutting them off as if they don't exist, that is definitely not a very good thing to do to someone you claim to love. Okay, no matter how difficult the challenge, no matter how difficult the issue at hand, you've got to find a channel in which you can communicate with your partner. Let them in, allow them into your space so they can get to see the challenges or the issue that you are battling with at that particular If you need to seek advice or therapy, by all means, sign up for therapy, but speak to somebody. You've got to find a solution to your issue. That's how healthy relationships are built. It does not happen by coincidence. You've got to be deliberate, and you've got to put action behind it at all times. And then the 10th one, which is the very last one, is absence of meaningful communication due to inability for one to express their emotions. Okay, I've seen people that have been raised in homes where they were not able to, or given room to even express their emotions as a little kid, and they take that trait along into adulthood. Now they get into a relationship, they discover that they've got to communicate, they express themselves, and they battle a lot of times to do that because of the environment in which they were raised. So I would highly encourage you to come out of that. All right, remember now you are building a future with your partner, and it's important, it's highly important that you are able to express yourself. You can't keep all of those emotions within you. You have to find a way to express whatever it is that you are going through. All right, it's very, very important, as I said earlier, in creating a bond between yourself and your significant other. Guys, that's the end of our discussion for today. I trust that it has been beneficial to you. If you have any other, additional sort of tips that you'd like to share with this audience, by all means, do drop them in our comments below. We would like to hear your contributions or your comments. Let us know how this video has benefited you. If there's any particular point or tip that maybe you felt like it spoke to you, or a challenge that you are trying to overcome in having an effective communication, with your significant other, by all means, do share. We are all about growth. We are here to encourage one another so that we can have thriving relationships and marriages as God intended. That's a wrap from me. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, Relationships and Dating Tips. Relationships and Dating Tips. I look forward to your feedback and to share with your loved ones, your friends, your family. We are always better together. Until next time, have yourself an amazing 2024. Will it give you your heart's desires. Until next time, do take care and God bless.